crypto summer comes sometime next year, well, that's when things start to get crazy again. Yes.
Welcome back to the Bitcoin Edge. Today we are going to hear from Raoul Pal, former hedge fund manager, founder of Real Vision, and crypto investor, on his thoughts about the Bitcoin cycle. Pal speaks about the macro cycle, upcoming crypto summer, and where he thinks prices are likely to go. Historically, the best time to buy Bitcoin is approximately 18 months before the halving. However, the next best time is 6 months before the halving, which is between now and this November 2023. The halving, which is the time the Bitcoin mining rewards are cut in half, is expected around April 2024. Let's listen to Pal as he gives his thoughts on the upcoming crypto summer.
Yes, it's quiet right now in crypto, but the ongoing adoption, let's say the number of active addresses keeps rising over time. Even last year, in a down 75% market, the number of active addresses rose 42%, which is remarkable. So for me, everything's on track. So I'm incredibly positive. So why is that? Well, if you think about what happens at this point in the cycle, when we're going into that recession phase, we're really in the slowdown phase. Inflation falls, unemployment usually rises, the central bank usually stops hiking, which it feels that the Fed and certainly the ECB have got to, and others. So that takes some of the pressure off markets. And then as inflation comes down, unemployment rises, or something breaks, like the banks, then we get what I refer to as more cowbell, which is more stimulus, which is the likely use of quantitative easing, cutting of interest rates. We've seen the US give some stimulus to the banks. So we're starting that stimulus cycle, early stage. And again, these are the kind of things that crypto loves. That's the golden times, and that's where we're coming. And I think that we might see the first signs of summer. So if you think of it in a calendar, sometime by around May, the days suddenly you start to get some really nice hot days and the weather starts to get better. That's what I think we'll get to by the end of this year. So the markets will feel stronger. People will have a bit more optimism. Although the economy is going to look bad, that's where you start transitioning towards summer. Probably the real summer doesn't get going till Q2 2024. That's when things start to get crazy again. So I think the halving is coincidental to the macro cycle. So if we go, okay, well, what's going to be happening next year? So next year, the central bank will be cutting rates. Next year, there might be fiscal stimulus because there's an election. Next year, if the economy's slow, they're likely to be doing quantitative easing. So that's the full set of things that you've seen on every cycle so far. Now, there is a risk that it's not. Of course, I understand that something changes and the central banks stay higher for longer, nothing changes, liquidity doesn't come back. But that's yet to be proven.
So what do you think is the potential here in terms of price appreciation?
Look, I've learned from the past is we don't give price appreciation because you get beaten over the head by people for it. So, it's not worth it anymore. But normally prices rise from these kind of levels 5x plus. It goes beyond the all-time high and maybe doubles that or triples that. That's the kind of zone that normally happens. Does that happen this time? I have no idea. I don't see why anything's changed. And I think the whole crypto market, Bitcoin usually underperforms in the bull cycle. So, whatever Bitcoin does, ETH will do more, Solana might do more than that, and something else, whatever, will do a lot more than that. So that's because there's a risk curve, same as there are in all markets. So that's what I'm thinking will happen this time around. I don't see any reason it shouldn't, but as you said, there's not been many examples so far of this. So you've got kind of a few cycles and it's like, is it going to happen every time? Who the hell knows?
This wraps up a timely video for Bitcoin and may be a good opportunity to get into the market. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research and keep learning about Bitcoin. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below with any insights from this video. Thanks for joining us on the Bitcoin Edge, and we'll see you in the next episode.